I mean, we are probably recording right now, but it doesn't say that we are. But
Don't worry.
Make sure that there's no feedback. It's just, hurry up.
It says live on mine.
I know. But I'm just trying to avoid, I had to just turn something off so it doesn't play. Okay, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I am your host here, Chantele Francis, here with my lovely co-host today. We have Brazil. Say hi, Brazil.
Hello.
Hello. So if this is your first time on this channel, well then welcome. Make sure you subscribe right down below. We talk about everything reality TV and hopefully all the gossip that goes along with it. So today we are talking about season 2, episode 2 of Love Island. Overall thoughts, Brazil?
Not a lot happened, but I liked seeing, the evolution of some of the relationships. Overall, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't know if I've just been now conditioned to this the US kind of format or not, but I liked it more than I liked any of the episodes so far last season. So I think that whatever, either it's the cast or, that I'm just starving for like any reality TV content right now. I don't know what it is, but I'm just enjoying it a lot more than I enjoyed last season. So there's something.
Yeah, no, I like it.
So the first thing that I noticed as I'm like going like this to myself is that all the guys are in these suits and they're just dripping.
I know.
It's wet. I feel like this is an oversight, and it's a bit problematic. Did you have any thoughts about this?
I think it's the hottest time of the year already. And this year's been, I think, every year they say it's the hottest on record. So I feel really bad for the guys. At least the girls can wear a crop top and a skirt or a bikini all day, but yeah.
Like, I'm a sweaty person. Like, if I get hot, I will sweat. And so I'm just imagining, like, I would have to just be wearing next to nothing. And I would probably have beads of sweat just, like, dripping down my face.
Yeah, I wouldn't last well in Vegas. I hate hot weather anyway, so.
Well, I don't mind hot weather, and actually don't mind Vegas because it has the dry heat. Like in Toronto, when it's hot out, it's like you just go outside and you automatically start sweating. Like you can't avoid sweating. At least in Vegas, if you don't exert any energy, I find that you can still stay dry or just really hot. You can, but if you move, like you just can't move. You have to be like,
yeah.
Like, no walking, stop blinking. But you can stay a little bit more dry, but you can't wear a suit.
No.
Like they're like wearing like a wool suit. It's not even like, some chinos or some like khakis. Like it's like thick hot material.
I mean, it would have looked tacky, I think, if it wasn't outdoors, but I think they'd all be a lot more comfortable if it wasn't.
Well, and also basically, like, even when they do that whole aerial view of the villa, it's like it's a giant frying pan, basically. Like there's just no shade anywhere. And I know that it's going to obstruct cameras. I get that. I know they're not allowed to wear hats and glasses because of, filming purposes and any sort of editing and cutting and don't want tan lines and all that stuff. Like I get it. But like, I think that it's actually very dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if anybody got heat stroke or
because they're drinking on top of it.
Pardon me? And drinking, exactly.
Yeah, so.
I don't know. I think they need like a shade area and a cool zone.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder how long they're actually outside for. Maybe like just for the filming parts. I don't know.
Wouldn't you want to be outside though? This is like your summer.
Not if it's that hot. I guess if I stayed in the pool the entire time, but.
So they replayed the scene that irritated you the most at the end of last week.
I know. Right to start. It's the first thing I wrote. Bug off. Like, here we go again.
Off.
Yeah.
It definitely showed his age. I mean, it was kind of, if they didn't have to just have that talk with with Justine, that maybe then like that would just have been kind of a cute moment. Like, oh my God, I'm going on a date. Like, Johnny kind of like supporting him as he faints and all that stuff. Like it might have been a cute moment, but it's kind of like Justine just was like, hey, let's give this a go. Like I know that like we were saying that we're in a friend zone, and then it's like immediately like he has a new opportunity. He's just ready to chuck her and go forward with this new random person that wants to go on a date with him.
Yeah, and he didn't even know like anything about her. He was just like so thrilled to go on a date. I was like, oh, poor girl. And she admitted it too. Like Justine talked about how she let her guard down and she felt stupid, but I respected her more for it.
I mean, I think it's good that she let her guard down because she's going to get America on her side. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, a lot of really good things that come out of this show is having a lot of popularity and potentially getting endorsement deals or whatnot. And so we've seen definitely in the UK version that people that got burned pretty badly that became fan favorites and have been doing really, really well. So, depending on this being her trajectory, or even the people that might be coming in later down the road, if they are being updated on what's been going on in the villa, that maybe she'll have a really good chance of meeting someone that's there for her or having some good endorsement deals and whatnot at the end. So,
True.
I mean, I wasn't really down with their relationship. It was a mug off for me for sure. But also his attitude about that text message was a major mug off.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe they replayed it, but I mean, it was at the end of the last episode, so I get why they replayed it, but it was hard to watch again.
Oh, I know. So we have these two new islanders. We have Rachel. She's 21 from Minneapolis. She seemed older to me. And then we also have Kirsten. She's 23 from Austin, Texas, and she just got some new boobs. What do you think of both of these ladies?
Just off first impression, I liked Rachel a lot more than Kirsten. Kirsten just her age showed to me, and I was surprised at how young Rachel was. She seemed to be a bit more mature, and just like she like the first thing she said was she knows what she wants. And then Kirsten talked about her new boob job, so I was kind of like, oh, okay, I like Rachel more.
Yeah, me too. I think that Kirsten's quite pretty.
Very pretty.
The thing is that, I mean, I love beautiful people. I love attractive people. I'm not one of those girls that don't like other pretty girls. Like, I definitely love beautiful women in general. But like, I also really love people that are smart and funny. And just like, I just don't see that with some of these women that they brought onto the show. Like, I want some wit. I want some banter. I want some, I don't know, some depth and substance.
Yeah, depth. I would say below surface level, like, at all is nice.
Right? And I think that's also a little bit what I find is different with the UK. And it could just be because their mentality is different from mine. So they're going to seem a little bit more mysterious and a little bit more like, intelligent or whatnot. It could be because, they're just culturally a little bit different than I'm used to. But I just find that even the girls that are super gorgeous, they're a little bit more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
In the UK, do you find?
Yeah, no, I think that's why even honestly Canadians, I think, seem to be a bit more, have more depth than even like Americans, if I'm honest. So I think anywhere else around the world has a leg up on us in those regards.
I mean, you said it. I didn't say it.
I stand by it. Not everyone, but a decent amount of people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely, there's a lot of people in the States. And so, if a good portion of them are predominantly wanting to be on these shows for their Instagram followers and stuff like that, like they might not need.
That's a newer thing though, I think. Like since social media blew up, I think it's become a new trend for those people to be cast. But yeah.
Before it used to be the people that got on reality shows are the people with personalities, but now, networks are kind of looking at people that have a lot of followers and stuff like that, which I understand. They want a built-in audience. They want people to tune in. They want things to be successful. So I understand the mentality behind it, but like I find like all reality shows are kind of losing the essence of what made them successful and good in the beginning, and that is the people, and that's people interacting with real other interesting people in a controlled space.
Yep.
And so I don't know, the Instagram models, I don't find them to be that interesting, really.
No, that I always root for, like even in Colton season, I was rooting for Cassie from the beginning because she's a speech pathologist, and I thought that was really cool. And everyone else is like, you know, or obviously I'll root for like the nurses.
She already had 1 million followers on Instagram. Cassie, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Her and her sister are like Instagram sisters, and they had like they were on some reality show, I think it was, as sisters.
Oh, that's right. It was like an X show. Like, I think Cassie was on the one, the MTV one about the exes.
I don't remember what it was, but I just remember.
Yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah.
But yes, I mean, I'm still also was rooting for her more because it didn't seem like she was only on there for fame. Except when
I didn't know that. I didn't know about the 1 million followers already and all that. So,
but I think personally that she said yes to dating Colton was for her brand and for, you know, Instagram photos and stuff like that after, because I do not think she was into him at all. I think I think that it was a bit of a ruse.
I mean, yeah, spoiler, they're not together, so.
I mean, like maybe they made like okay, let's just stay together for 2 years, keep that ring or whatever.
Because they never even like really planned a wedding. But she said she didn't want to like be engaged. Like, I don't know, his season was kind of crazy, but yeah, you might be right.
So, I mean, this is what I think. I never thought she was into him. We know that he can't kiss. Like, maybe she took his V card. I don't know. I don't really care. He doesn't turn me on at all. And I think that because she already had like 1 million followers and, you know, she just wanted to do the whole, get all the fame from, you know, being in a relationship with Colton.
And it worked. I mean, everyone was Team Cassie. No one wanted Tayshia. No one wanted Hannah. Everyone was like, leave the show for Cassie. So, I mean, she did it well.
That's my thought. So, okay, I didn't really see this because I was making something to eat, but Trey and Justine were chatting. I kind of just saw the tail end of that. Can you maybe just give me the little synopsis, all of us anyways?
She was just kind of talking about how she was upset in general, not really like upset with Jeremiah, but just upset with how things were going, and that she came to find someone and like make a connection. And then Trey said, well, what if like it wasn't supposed to work out for me and it wasn't supposed to work out for you, and like we're supposed to be together kind of thing. And then he like ended up giving her a hug, and then he like then he starts talking about how he used to be a player again. So I put that as a mug off, that he keeps bringing that up. And then I also wrote mug off that he was trying to move way too fast with her. He was like, let's kiss. And she was like, she said, like, if it feels right or when the time's right. And then he like kissed her on each cheek and then forehead and then like gave her, So I feel like he had good intentions, but from what I'm getting from Trey is he relies a lot on his physical game, because I don't think he really knows what to say.
I mean,
but it was a little cringy, but it also showed Justine's age. She was like, no, like what? But she didn't shut him down. She didn't shut him down. Like,
I know, but it just like, I know that you're on Love Island and people just are all of a sudden just like, blah, 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 just kissing right away. I get it. But like, I don't know. There's moments, you know, you can feel it out when it's supposed to happen. It's so uncomfortable.
And he was like preying on a vulnerable girl almost. Like, she's just confiding in you about how upset she is. Like, why are you going to try and make out with her? Just like, listen.
And it's not like you guys have been in there for like weeks and, you know, you've been like really been wanting to kiss her for so long, and like she's upset and like you just want to make her feel better. Like, it's not like, you know, he's being like a knight in shining armor. He's just kind of being like a weird predator.
He's trying to kiss everyone.
Kind of. I don't know. That's okay. So that's a big mug off that conversation.
Yeah.
Not into that. Another convo I thought this was a definite mug off, being Johnny and Caitlyn. And so Johnny, I thought it was pretty mature of him to pull Caitlyn over and kind of discuss as to why he chose Selly. And Caitlyn was having none of it. Like I thought she was pretty like pretending like it was okay, but she was also really pissed off. Like, I don't know. I didn't think she reacted quite well.
I wrote that as a crack on.
Really? Go tell me.
But I like that she said that she just wants both of them to be happy. I mean, I guess I was listening more to her DR after than I was more listening to what Johnny was saying, and she was kind of like, yeah, thanks. But then I wrote crack on after I saw her DR when she was talking about how she just wants them to be happy, and
also, if I'm not mistaken, said things like, you know, I like everybody wants to be chosen. Like, I want to be chosen. So I do feel like it might have been lip service, in my opinion, her being like, I want you to be happy.
Okay,
or, like, I'm kind of pissed off that you chose her and not me, but like, I can't, like, I don't know you well enough. So like, I don't know. I thought from what I saw of it, that she was faking her being okay with it for the TV. That's why I said mug off for me. But if it's real, then I'm down with it. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Maybe I was just tired.
But yeah, she was definitely. I was like, yikes! I thought she was really, really offended.
I'm gonna rewatch after this, and rewatch after.
Of course. So, and then also Carrington. Obviously, now that he has a new date coming, he's no longer has any feelings whatsoever for Caitlyn, and just like ready to move on to the next. And like, obviously, I felt that was a mug off because we definitely aren't Team Carrington. What do you think about his new disliking?
I think she's good for him. I think they'll be good together.
Yeah.
I can't stand him. But I wrote crack on that Caitlyn just, well, I was kind of laughing because I was like, Caitlyn is probably so thrilled to get rid of Carrington, but she just went up to Kirsten right away. Was like, girl, go for it. Like, we're just friends. And I was like, that's nice of her because I'm sure it's intimidating to come in like as a new person. Mm-hmm. Not that I don't think Kirsten was intimidated whatsoever, but it was just nice to see Caitlyn just give her the go ahead without that awkward, like, making her come talk to you and ask you if it's okay, that kind of thing.
To be honest, though, I think the reason is because the guys are so young. They're not catches. Like, who cares? It's 23-year-old.
The girls are carrying the season. I think if they had older, more mature guys,
girls would be like, get off.
Yeah, it would. I think there'd be way more drama. But yeah, I'm like, if Caitlyn's just giving up Carrington like that, I think it's kind of saying something.
Exactly, that he's not a catch. Who cares? So Rachel thinks that Jeremiah is the hottest guy in the villa. Do you agree with this sentiment? Is that a mug on or crack on or mug off?
Well, I love tall. Like, I just go for like really tall guys, and so that's the first thing she said was that she picked him because he was the tallest, or that was like one of the reasons. So I get it on that front, maybe, but no, Jeremiah, I mean, no, not attracted to him really, but yeah, it's mostly his personality and just kind of how he carries himself like an infant. He's just like very like hyper, like jumping around. I don't know, like that's fine, but he's just very transparent with his age. But so I don't know if the height thing was like a big deal because I noticed that Rachel is pretty tall in comparison to the rest of the girls. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, like if that was like the main thing, but she seems to really like him even after.
And also, like, if I were coming into the villa, I would either choose somebody that I knew would probably choose me because they want to stay longer, right? So either you're going to go after someone's guy that's in like a relationship and have that drama, or you're going to go for someone that like, I don't think there's a connection there. Let me go in and like sweep in and make them like my person. So I think they both chose the most two vulnerable relationships to kind of intercept. Jeremiah, I think he's like, I like tall guys as well. I think he's on paper, he's handsome, but the whole package for me is just way too juvenile. Yeah, it's just like, it's just not hot.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that she picked him, but
not
really because of just him being paired with Justine, because it's also the easiest way to stay. You know, if you like come in and you already know they're having a bad connection, like you have a better chance at staying because the guy will stay with you, and then that poor Justine, someone like Justine might go home. So
exactly. So I do want to just touch on some of the star signs. So we'll go first up. We'll go Justine. Your girl Justine is a Pisces.
Hey, I knew it. I knew I liked her.
That's why you're like, oh, you know, she's so emotional. Oh, he's attacking, or he's going in for the kill while she's
my God.
processing.
I hope Carrington's an Aquarius.
I don't, wait, you love Aquarius.
I know, I'm just being a brat.
Carrington is, makes sense, obviously.
Scorpio?
No, Leo.
Oh.
So, okay, I'm just gonna go through quickly all of them. So obviously we know Caitlyn is a Gemini. Mackenzie is a Leo. Trey, we knew, was Sagittarius. James, let's see what he is. He's a Gemini as well.
Wow.
I think Johnny's also a Gemini. Yeah, Johnny's also a Gemini. Connor, he's a Cancer. Obviously, that makes so much more sense. Like, just
I thought you were gonna say Pisces.
I mean, pretty close. They're the same thing to me, but they're both water signs, and so maybe that, like, I just don't like watery guys. It's just so.
I don't think so.
It's too watery. Like, get some, you know, some grit.
That's why I like Tauruses, unfortunately.
I think there's a Taurus here. I think. Come on. Moira is. You got her, girl. It's a Pisces. Is that everybody?
I don't hate Moira though.
No, I don't. But just joke. Oh,
Kirsten.
Sally is a Gemini as well.
Okay.
And just see Jeremiah. Capricorn. Okay. It doesn't have the new people on it, so maybe hopefully update that.
Wow, there's no Taurus. That's interesting.
No Taurus. The only Earth sign is Jeremiah, so he's the most grounded. Interesting. I mean, maybe this is why I'm enjoying this season. I'm going to take a look and see what happened last season with their signs, because I love Geminis, I love Leos, I love Sagittarius. So those are signs that, like, I vibe well with. So maybe that's why I'm vibing with this season more.
Maybe. That's a fair point.
Like, I'm gonna see if, like, maybe it was all Pisces last season. I'm like, what?
I'm thinking about the winners. I'm pretty sure that they're water signs.
Who was the winners again? I never remember. Oh yeah, you told me you were gonna send me a picture. I don't remember who won.
It was a tall, skinny blonde girl with the tall, skinny white guy with brown hair. Hold on, it's bothering me.
There's one girl, I think her name was Caitlyn, that was like, she came in to, like, break up things. I kind of follow her on TikTok, her and her new boyfriend, and they're kind of funny. I like them. On TikTok.
Oh, it gave me UK. I'm looking for US.
So after that, though, while you're looking that up, I thought that definitely a crack on was the two new girls, so Rachel and Kirsten. I loved their swimsuits. They got the memo on the cute suits.
Yes, they did.
I was like, why? Like, I'm sure that they got to all pick and choose what swimsuits they want.
It was Zach and Elizabeth.
I don't remember what Zach looks like. It's too blurry, but I remember Elizabeth.
Yeah, they
I remember them. But yeah.
Yeah, but pretty sure they're water signs. But yeah, no, definitely. I love their bathing suits.
Crack on for sure.
Yeah.
So then things go downhill, I would say, for Mackenzie. So they're all, like, around the fire pit, and Mackenzie was, like, saying to the new girls, like, back off, Connor's mine. Like, She was joking maybe, but it did come across a little bit territorial. Like I could see how it could perceive as that. And so she kind of gets up. Do you remember who she walked away with?
Justine.
Of course. Go
My girl.
you
know, you have to be that emotional support.
So they go and they talk, and she's just kind of like, you know, she hated how they made it look like she was being like some possessive like girlfriend, blah, 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 and like whatever. So then she starts getting upset though about the fact that Connor didn't go and check up on her, and he just was still staying there and hanging out with the other people. What do you think about that move? Do you think that he should have got up and checked on her, or how do you feel?
I mean, I don't know. The whole thing to me was just a little
juvenile.
Yes, thank you. So I think on both ends, it was juvenile that she expected him to do that, and in his mind, I don't think he really thought he needed to, or like thought that was a big deal. He probably is just like, I'll let her cool off. I don't know, but I think for what Mackenzie wants, yes, he should have followed her, absolutely. Even, I mean, I think she was mostly mad that he stayed out there for 15 minutes. She kept saying it, reiterating 15 minutes. And the fact that, yeah, that girl was Kirsten was like a little abrasive towards her. But I think they're gonna butt heads for the rest of the season. I don't think
both. I would say the two aesthetically the prettiest. They're usually probably the prettiest girl in the room, and so if the other prettiest girl in the room is there, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I don't think Mackenzie's used to that at all, and I think she's used to probably dating people that would follow her around.
Well, and I agree with that, but I also feel as though if somebody that I cared about kind of walked away after feeling, you knew that she felt attacked to a certain degree. Like you knew that it wasn't like, I'm just going to the bathroom. Like it was because of that situation that she was getting up and leaving. I think that I would have like maybe let her go for a second and then be like, okay, I'll be back. I'm just going to check on Mackenzie. So like, I feel as though he's not really well versed in like taking care of another person or being a support system for another person. Even a good friend, because like as a good friend, if I saw that you were in a kind of a confrontational situation, you got up and left and you didn't come back right away, I would be like, where are they? Let me go check on them. I want to make sure everything's okay. And so I feel like he definitely dropped the ball there. I don't think that the amount of tears that she kind of put towards the situation was warranted, but I think he should have got up at least 5 minutes in.
Yeah, and I think that's what she kind of wanted, was for him to kind of show that he cared about her being upset, and that would have showed more than it did if he would have gotten up and followed her, and it would have showed Kirsten like maybe his off limits, but he stayed there, was kind of still talking, and she was still sitting there. So and the way, I mean, maybe Kirsten wasn't even sitting there anymore, but it just showed him on the booth, like next to two guys. So they could have just made it seem like, I don't know, but you're right. Juvenile on both ends.
It's juvenile. Like, I mean, I don't think she should have stormed off. Like if she was going to be funny, make it a bit funnier. Like it didn't come across funny. But I just think that this is just the beginning of this not going to be a relationship that works. Like I don't think so. So finally, Connor goes and talks to Mackenzie, and she's kind of explaining herself, and he's kind of apologizing. What else did he said some of the things in that conversation that I've forgotten right now, but I felt that like I didn't feel
that was a different conversation. I'm thinking of one later, but
no, not that one. I can't that one.
I don't think he really said much of. I didn't write anything down like substance wise, other than I put like crack on their conversation ? Because I wasn't sure if that was good that they like, made up. Like I couldn't tell if that was him just apologizing to get them to be okay again kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like I both just found it just like a weird conversation. I didn't find that when it was settled that I would have been satisfied if I were her. I would have been like, he didn't say all the right things. He didn't make
much of anything really.
Right? And then we're just like, okay, like we're good now. And I was like, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess next.
Okay, I have a good crack on or mug off. Selly and your boy Johnny really going in for a kiss. Like,
crack on, get it, whatever.
You're into it?
Yeah, I'm into Johnny, and I like Selly. I think her and Justine are my favorites so far. So, yeah, I stand them.
I stand them, but I thought the kiss was a little bit gross.
Yeah, I think they forgot where they were, or just didn't give a fuck.
Okay, I love kissing in general, but when kisses don't look like they.
Oh yeah, after they were like wiping their.
Like.
Yeah, that part was gross actually.
Looked gross to me. It started off good and then it just got to like.
Yeah, and I think I was doing something else, and when I looked back, like they're just like wiping their face. Like, oh no. They were like laughing about it, but yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple, but mug off on that like super like tonsil hockey situation. What else happened? So I thought this was cute. So Caitlyn, she didn't end up sleeping there, but she kind of crawled into bed with Moira and James at the beginning. She's like, I want to sleep with you guys. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I think that even though I feel that she's not used to being in the position where like she doesn't have a guy, or like I feel like she's good with like being able to not manipulate, but like get the attention from guys or have somebody be interested in her. I know she hasn't been dating in a while, but like I think that she knows how to handle a guy.
Yeah.
And so I do think she's kind of handling it in stride at this point, her being kind of single in the house and that her guy Carrington is going for Kirsten.
Yeah. No, I didn't like her very much in the beginning of the first episode, and then towards the end of the episode, I was like, didn't like hate her, but didn't love her. But the more I see her in her interactions, yeah, she's I'm warming up to her.
Yeah, she's okay. Hopefully she'll get like a decent guy and she doesn't go psycho.
Yeah. And, that's right. Oh yeah.
And
I forgot about that.
I mean, she might pop off. She's could be a loose cannon. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
The only couple that was cuddling at night was Selly and Johnny. So, it looks like they have a good start so far. I like them. They're an attractive couple.
And I wrote in the beginning of the episode, towards the beginning, I wrote crack on for James and Moira, and I put Eagles cuties because it was just like a random clip of them just like kind of like hanging out at the pool, kissing, like they looked really into each other. Yeah.
Crack on for sure. I mean, I like people that it seems genuine. And so when it seems genuine, I'm into it. They look.
But then.
What? Tell me.
Kirsten like pulls him away and then he was like, yeah.
Right. That's happening right now. Yeah. Go. Continue.
Huh?
Continue. Yeah, that's happening. That happened right now.
Oh, Kirsten pulled James away and said that she was attracted to him and like he was kind of her type or whatever. And then he was like, oh, it's the best part of my morning. Moira's kind of shy. And she's like, and you're not. He's like, no. And they seem to have banter for them, like their type of, yeah. I was kind of just like the whole time like cringing, but for them, they seemed to kind of hit it off. And then he said something about her being beautiful. Yeah. And then poor Moira was just like staring over there. She's like, I don't know what to do.
The problem is that he's an air sign and she's a water sign. I think that might be problematic going down the road. Geminis, they are fat. Nick's a Gemini. You know what I mean? Like they love talking. They love like changing information. They love people. They're gossipers. Like they're just like a little more fast, frenetic kind of energy. And yourself, like you're more of like introverted, maybe more dreamy, maybe would prefer more alone time than like tons of people and talk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in this particular environment, it might work out okay just because there's not that many people to be, interacting with. And so it's easy for them to just kind of get in their own little bubble and hang out together all the time. But if he was being true to his own self, he likes being a social butterfly as opposed to just being like just sucked into one person and kind of entertaining her, you know?
Yeah, and it looks like Kirsten might be like one of the first people coming into the house that he feels can match his energy.
But like
that's not already coupled up, but I mean, no one stepped forward for him, and I'm wondering if Kirsten would have if
I don't know.
I mean, maybe the original 5.
Maybe should be misguided by the tattoos, because like his tattoos are so to make him look edgy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's not as edgy as his tattoos make him out to be. Like he's not as hot, he's not as cool, like at
that's
all.
why I think everyone in Austin looks similar to. I was like, she said she's from Austin. And then I was like, wait, I think a lot of the guys look like that in downtown Austin. So
oh my God, that reminds me. So I was living in Vancouver, and every single guy in Vancouver has sleeves. And I used to think tattoos were so hot. And like, I was like, oh my God, like guys with tattoos are so hot. And then like all these unattractive I thought they were losers with these like full sleeve tattoos. I was like, nope. Like, it's like they're putting the sleeves that they're putting on it so they can like up their cool factor, and they're just losers. Like so I'm almost anti tattoos now, because I think it's a mask for losers.
It's fair.
You know,
it's taken on a new meaning, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love tatted guys, but like, no,
it's not your thing.
Nope, it's a mug off for sure. James is a mug off. The fact that Kristen pulls him over, I know she's probably was, you know, coached by producers to like go in and like stir some drama, blah blah blah. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I want people to find a relationship and, you know, fall in love on this particular show. So the fact that she's kind of going in there like that, it's kind of annoying. Just stick to Hampton.
Like, she just annoyed me the whole episode.
She did?
She annoyed me the whole episode.
Yeah, she's definitely a mug off in general. Womp womp. What was this? Getting ready. Caitlyn tells Kirsten. Oh, so yeah, and whatchamacallit, Caitlyn gave the go ahead to Kirsten. You already mentioned that, which I thought that was cool. But I think it was just also like, okay, get that little kid away from me throwing balls and in between my conversations with people. Like, you can have that, like, that youth.
I wrote Caitlyn giving up Carrington, thank God.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't stand him.
I know you can. He's also an air sign, so like you wouldn't like vibe with him most likely either. Okay, so they have their first like kind of group competition, other than Second Blow, obviously, of the season. Excess baggage. Overall thoughts? Is it crack on or mug off?
I think it was a crack on. It showed. I love those games where it shows, you know, it showed something about each of the contestants that they weren't probably, I don't know if would have ever shared to them one-on-one. So I liked it. It served its purpose. It resulted in some conversations to be had afterwards. So
okay, so let's see if I can remember some of them. So slept with friend's girlfriend. I thought it was Trey, but it was actually Jeremiah. What?
I know. I thought it was Trey too. I was actually really surprised. But who ended up kissing Trey?
I didn't write that down.
I didn't either. I didn't write down any of that.
Well, I don't think that they kissed. I don't think they kissed.
Who they thought it was, but that's why the girls ended up winning, because the guys were definitely not kissing the girl that they thought it was. They were just going after their own girls.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cute, but I think that's why the girls won. Like, they were kissing everyone.
I mean, they usually do that in the show. They kiss the people that they want to kiss, even.
Yeah. But it was just funny that it was just the girls that were like, we don't care. And then the guys were being like nice about it.
I have this wrong, maybe. Jeremiah ran out of the house naked. Is that the same thing? Am I just like, I'm making my notes really confusing?
I thought Jeremiah was the one that.
Hold on, let me see what I wrote. What did I wrote here? I wrote it in like code so I could remember it, and like I don't remember what I was thinking.
Ooh, I can probably go to the app and I guarantee it'll show.
Well, no matter what, I thought the outfits were really cute. I know you had a problem with it being kind of
I think if they were all captains, that would have been cute. I mean, I have a lot of friends that are flight attendants, but I have male friends that are flight attendants too.
It's true.
So
actually in Canada, for one of the airlines, that both genders can wear any sort of part of either uniform. So if there were a born man, they're allowed to wear the quote unquote female uniform. And so they could,
I like that.
Anybody could wear any permutations of either like gender.
Right. And any part of the uniform.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. So if you want to wear the scarf, you can wear the scarf. If you want to wear the dress, you can wear the dress, like regardless of what your born sex is or what you identify as. Which is probably going to be the norm very soon. I think that the airline that I work for is probably considering doing that too.
Nicole would say that Canada only has one airline.
Was that Air Canada?
I don't know. She just always jokes that Canada only has one airline, and that's how come everyone was on this, or like people on your season would be on the same plane as like.
I mean, that's just random. Like, really, I've never seen. I don't even know who Julian is. Like, I've never seen him before in my life.
Yeah, Nicole's.
I'll be right back because I have to let my dog out.
No problem. Well, I tried to figure out what the heck I was writing about. Yeah, so I definitely love the outfits. I love any opportunity to dress up, to, you know, wear a costume. Halloween is 100% one of my favorite days of the year because you can wear something super silly or, I don't know, really interesting. I don't know. I love thinking about Halloween. I'm kind of thinking what I want to do this year for Halloween is I want to go as, it kind of suits this background, as one of those like dashboard bobblehead hula girls. So like have like a little thing on my feet and like wear like the hula dress.
Wait, sorry. What was the last sentence you said?
Pardon?
What'd you say about the background?
No, I was saying that I love dressing up. I love costumes. Halloween's one of my favorite times of the year. And so it's kind of fitting to this background. What I think I'm going to go as this year for Halloween is one of those bobblehead dashboard hula girls.
Are you really?
I think so.
Your neck's going to hurt at the end of the night.
No, I'm a dancer. It'll be fine. What about you? Do you like Halloween?
Yeah, I love Halloween. I just love fall, anything fall in general. I hate summer. Summer's the worst. So as soon as it turns like end of September, I'm ready to go. I'm in like my element.
But I think though it's because you generally, I don't know about how long you've been living in Southern or in California, but you never really get bad weather. Like if you got winter, like I think you said you lived in Detroit?
New York.
Yeah. Like, you like summer then at least, no?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I like don't do well in the sun. I'm always hot. Always. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I think if I was in it constantly, I probably would appreciate the sun. But I think I need to move to Washington. I love rain.
Oh my God, I hate it.
I would be so happy in the rain. Like whenever it rains down here, I'm thrilled.
Like why Washington? It's so, I mean, I guess it's just
all the time.
I know. Well, it's just right beside Vancouver, BC.
Like Twilight, like how those movies are, I'd be totally down to live in that climate all the time.
I despised Vancouver. The weather
really?
Was dreadful. Like it just rained one time. My first year there, it rained for I think it was 60 days straight, and I was just like, enough. They're like, oh, it's not snowing. I'm like, I don't give an F. Like I want the snow, at least when it's sunny out still. Like I was just depressed for the 4 years that I was there, and I'm not really a depressed person.
Seasonal affective disorder is real.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah. For me, I'm sad in the heat, so.
So what are you gonna go for Halloween this year?
I don't know. I was planning on visiting Nicole actually.
Oh my God!
First time.
Wait, let's try. Should we? Okay, wait, Nicole, you're not watching this, right?
I think that work.
Do you think she's gonna watch it back? No, she doesn't watch Love Island, does she?
No.
Well, maybe we should go. We should make a surprise, like me, Nick, and JoJo. What does she know, Nick? Well, no, me and JoJo, anyways.
Nick would be down, though.
We should go to Salem for Halloween and surprise her.
Yeah, I was looking at flights for me, and they're only, I think, like 200 round trip right now. So that's really cheap.
JoJo's partner works for an airline as well. So it depends. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the airline, but I might just do it so I can get airline perks. So, I mean, I'm still laid off right now, but if I'm online in October,
do it. Yeah, I was gonna go.
Then I can fly to the States. I can fly to Boston, we'll say, for
that's where I'm flying in to
$70.
Do it, and because she said that she's having someone, like her best friend on Twitter, I don't know who that is going to be staying with her. So I think my roommate's going to come with me. But I was looking at Airbnbs. So
yeah, we just get a house, all of us. Oh my god! And we could do like seances and like all spooky, ghosty stuff. I'll do. Yeah, I'll do seance.
Yeah, and I mean, I already got the Rona, so I'm not worried about getting it again later.
Exactly. You're probably immune to it now.
Now I can travel wherever I want.
It's done. Like you've already. Yep. Well, now the scare of it is gone, at least.
Yeah. Now I'm not worried. I'll give it to anyone.
I definitely noticed in this part too is that all the guys were dripping sweat in those like uniforms that was going like see through their shirts, and I was like, God, like this doesn't look good. It looks gross.
I don't think that I think you're right. It was a missed thing on production's part that they were going to be that hot, and like some of the outfits. I don't know if those outfits had been planned for a long time or what. But they could have just let them just wear like the thing around their neck and be shirtless and like
shirtless, like boy styles, like even in underwear. Fuck them, like they could just wear underwear instead of bow tie.
Pool or no, not really, because the baggage carrier. But yeah, the whole thing, it makes me uncomfortable when they're all standing out there sweating. Like it makes me start to sweat, and I'm not even there.
Well, because that they probably had to film that for like 6 hours. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like a quickly like 20-minute thing. I filmed a commercial once in Morocco, and so basically this part of the commercial we had to play volleyball on like the top of a sand dune, and so they would make us do this at 6 a.m. because they were like, okay, it's going to get too hot, it's going to be about Vegas heat. Obviously no shade whatsoever, but they're like, okay, we can only do this for 1 hour at 6 a.m. and for 1 hour right before sunsets, like because it's too hot and there's the direct sunlight, like we can't have you out, we're all just like covered, like our whole heads covered in scarves, like you know what I mean, to like shade us from the heat. And that's how much concern that they were having for us being outside. They didn't want us to be outside for more than 2 hours in that direct sunlight. And so I'm just curious as to, okay, they're worried about Corona and having them be tested and be safe in that regard. But like, what about the sun? Like, it's bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have plenty of doctors on standby, but I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season, someone passes out.
Yeah,
sure. With the alcohol mixed in there.
And then a hot tub, sun, alcohol, bad. And they're all very skinny. Yeah, no good. So Mr. Steal Your Girl, Justin kisses Jeremiah. So maybe that was the whole scenario. Who knows? Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah,
threesome with 2 married women.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
But he's weird though. I feel like I wasn't that surprised because it's such a weird thing to do.
I mean, I just because I'm so
power to him, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, also he's a personal trainer, but why is his leg so skinny?
He skips leg day.
Just like, I need some more legs. It's just 2 skinny legs with these just broad upper body.
I know, if I hired a personal trainer and their legs are like that, I'd be like, I'll take a different one. I'll take Johnny.
Right? You can work it out, Johnny.
So hot.
Right? He's very hot. I'm definitely like, I'm single right now. So if you look like Johnny and you're like over 40, I'm into it.
I mean, yeah.
Right? I mean, he's too young. He's like twice Johnny's age, but that kind of cute. Okay, so this is one of the most interesting baggage claims is that one of them lost their virginity. And there was, so what was the S&M part? I kind of missed that part.
I missed that too. I think it was a one night stand that involved S&M and lost virginity, like all in the same bundle.
So remember,
and I was really surprised that it was Connor.
Remember how I was saying, I don't know if I said it on camera, and this is just me speculating. I don't know anything about them, and nothing's wrong. I don't care. I'm just, the facts. I'm thinking about it. For me, this lends to the idea that potentially he may be bisexual, or, not necessarily experience in relating with women in that way, because I feel like that.
Well, I feel like how do you get to a one night stand with like S&M, like just meeting someone at a bar? Like, what are the odds? I feel like it's someone that he'd maybe talk to. I don't know. Again, speculating. Again, not judging. I don't care. But it's a weird way to lose your virginity. That's for sure.
Right? And like, I don't know. I just feel as though he's not being fully honest with who he is, maybe either sexually or relationship wise. I'm not fully convinced that he is heterosexual. I'm not fully convinced that he wants a relationship. And well, as we will find out later on, and he hasn't really had any experience.
I know, I literally wrote that down, like, ha ha ha, hit list equals 3. But I wrote, isn't a virgin.
But like,
speculating that he was a virgin, but yeah, he said he's only slept with 3 people.
Well, he first said
he three times. The first time, and then he changed. Oh yeah, he's only had sex 3 times, and then he said, but then he said with 3 different people. So I'm like, were they all one night stands?
Well, that's
how I took it. The way he corrected so fast, I was like, ooh.
Well, I think that it was 3 times. I think that is correct information. And I think it was 3 times with 3 different people.
Yeah, I know. I think he just said it to make it seem like it wasn't just 3 times. It was with 3 people. I don't know. I'll feel really bad if it's not the case, but.
Why would you feel bad?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, obviously it's none of our business, but it is being divulged on a television show. So
yeah,
you're watching it. He's a character. He's not a real person really right now. And so I like solving mysteries and puzzles. And so I'm trying to figure out what isn't right, like working with what he's presenting me in this television show. And
and I think everything you're saying about him is correct. Like, just he's almost mysterious, and it's even more so now with this whole S&M thing, losing virginity. She was like super weirded out by that. I know.
Because he has no swagger. He doesn't look like he wants to bang anything. Like,
it's almost like he didn't even have to try to like have sex 3 times. It was like not a transaction, but planned. Like, I feel like there's no way he like just met a girl at a bar and was like, come home with me. Like, I don't think he was being awkward and not knowing like what to do or say.
Because I think that he doesn't have any swagger. Like, girls definitely might be like, just not take advantage, but like kind of be like, push him up against the wall and start making out with him and kind of dominate that situation. And I would think that maybe things didn't go further is because there's no vibe. Like, I'm not sure if he's attracted to women.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Or maybe he's bisexual, or he's omitting the fact
out, like he's trying to figure out if he likes one or the other or both.
Right.
But hopefully he figures it out in this.
I mean, I hope so, because like this is a lot of, when I've been comparing him to Colton. Colton was having these confused feelings as well, and he kind of talked about it after he broke up with Cassie and stuff, and being like, when they're talking about me being a virgin and like why and all this stuff, and he was having thoughts within him of like, well, I'm not sure if I'm into women. I'm not sure if I'm into men. Like he was having questions about his own sexuality. And so I'm feeling, it's just a similar vibe that I'm getting from Connor that I got from Colton. And so he's, in my head, he's still kind of virgin to me. Like having sex 3 times with 3 different people, like what's that, a total of 6 minutes? Like
I know, he hasn't mentioned being in a long-term relationship ever. I know he's young, but so long-term for him would be, I mean, he's only 23, but
I don't necessarily care about long-term relationship, but like,
but that would even make me think that he had sex more than 3 times with one person.
Right.
Because then it wouldn't be just 3 times. Like if you're in a long-term relationship, I'm assuming you're not just having sex with them once and then, so.
And also,
I think you're right.
the like him not playing that boyfriendy role with Mackenzie, like it's also showing to me that he's never really been in that kind of position before, and but it also doesn't come naturally to him.
Yeah.
So just to keep an eye out there. Obviously, as you said before, I don't care, you don't care. We're just like trying to figure out what isn't seemingly to make any sense to what has been presented on the show.
Especially that little truth that came out with that game. That was very surprising.
Very surprised.
I thought it was Carrington. I was like, okay, Carrington, for sure. Like, and then it was him, and I was like, what? I think they kissed Carrington. I think whoever it was guessed Carrington, if I'm not mistaken.
I just put Connor ? Like I was so probably shocked by that moment. So the girls, they flipped around, whatever. The girls are taking the heat now. And so Sally was somebody that flipped a coin as to who she was going to go home with that night. Oh, Sally. Oh, well. I don't mind.
She had 2 suitors.
Now, the one that was the worst out of all these, I thought, can you guess it? It was definitely a mug off.
For the girls?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Moira?
Oh, I remember being really surprised. And then
It's so bad!
James's face was hilarious. He was like,
She went number 2 outside because the lineup at the club was too long, and so she threw away her underwear after, and then James said that like he found it to be cute.
He said that?
Yeah, and his confession was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's something about it's kind of cute. Like, I was like, what's happening? I mean, whatever, things happen. I don't think I would share that with my interviewer at a dating show because they're obviously going to use that.
No, never in my life would I ever tell another soul. I don't think I would ever be that drunk to even do that, but.
I mean, I peed in questionable places all the time. Like, I don't really care about peeing, but I think that that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's a lot too much.
Yeah, James thought it was cute.
What was
this? I didn't understand Trey's question on Kirsten. You know what that is about? I said I didn't understand Trey's question about Kirsten. I don't know. Anyways, it was a question and Kirsten was the answer, but I don't remember the question. So obviously it wasn't important. I was shocked though by this person thinking that sex was their natural talent.
Rachel?
Yeah.
I know, I'm surprised too.
She might be a little more freaky than, she looks quite straight edge, you know?
That's what made me be like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But then that's why I'm confused as to why she's attracted to Jeremiah, because Jeremiah doesn't give off sex vibes to me.
I think it's the height thing. Because look at her next to all the other guys next time. And I think Connor is the only one that is like similar to height as Jeremiah. And I think it's a height thing. I'm not going to lie. I guarantee if someone else comes in that's Jeremiah's height, she'll jump.
Mark her words. Okay, mark your words. So yeah, I also mentioned again, like the girls and boys after this competition are talking separately, and there's no freaking umbrellas. Like it's I don't know. It's all I've been seeing is like heat stroke, giant frying pan, Vegas. Like I know how hot Vegas is. Like it's not good. I'm scared. So Mackenzie was talking about how she and like Connor like haven't really had like their real first kiss yet. Like yeah, like they've had like in the games and stuff, like kind of.
Which also goes to your point. Is it because she wants to wait? Yeah, I know
like,
you're making a solid case.
Solid. Like in this particular, like I don't know, kissing it just can come so easily. If somebody didn't want to kiss me, that means that they didn't want to fuck me. That's just the facts. Like it's just what it is.
Yeah, I was surprised that they hadn't kissed. I know they talked about they kissed in the first game, but that they wished it was like more romantic and like not planned. But I thought that they would for sure have kissed after that when they're sleeping in the same bed at least, or I don't know.
He doesn't like come on to her or like shows any sort of like, I don't know, like I think it's so easy to kiss somebody if you're in like a partnership and in a kind of a relationship, like regardless of how long it's been, like even if you're just standing up against the wall talking for 2 minutes, like if you're into somebody, a kiss would happen.
And they're showing everyone else doing that too. I mean, look at Trey.
Trey just goes in for it the moment it's not even there. He's just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but I mean, even they're showing James and Moira. The only people like Justine isn't, but that's not really her fault. She's trying.
Please, I want to kiss somebody. But I thought it was really, I thought it was a good convo with the boys, and they were always saying like that they think that Justine is hurt. So I thought it was quite mature for, I don't know whoever said it, but that they recognized. Okay.
I literally put for crack on Trey realizing Justine's potential, but then in mug off I put, is Trey being real?
I don't know, man. I don't know if Trey is real.
I think the producers are trying to do what you were talking about earlier, like get America on her side because it's working, and it's showing. Yeah, they're like started off the episode with like a low point and then ended it with a high point. So.
Well, and also like I thought she looked super cute. I loved her like
the neon.
Her tie-dye neon like shorts, and like even her scrunchie was cute. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, Trey did go pull her, and they do have another little conversation. And Trey did say something that seemed genuine. Was like, who was it? Caitlyn is maybe a fling, but he felt as though Justine would be someone that he would potentially be putting in more time with. It would be more for like a long-term relationship. So
yeah, like she's someone that he would potentially settle down with.
So I'll give that a crack on because it sounded genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded.
Yeah.
I hope it is. I don't want him to be playing her like it's just
or like leave her the second another girl comes in.
I'm not really down with that, but like I think that she's smart enough to like take her time. Like I don't think he doesn't snare her really. I think that she'll be able to see through whatever his garbage is. What do you think of Mackenzie's cookie metaphor about her cookie?
Her what?
Her cookie metaphor.
Oh, yeah. That also, now that you're talking about it, because she said once you, I forget, I don't even know how she worded it, but
I think she said something like, I don't give the cookie away for free, but like once like we're in a relationship, you can have the whole jar and you can have all the cookies. But like like
which I'm like, why would you have to say that to him? Isn't that go without saying?
That's what I would think, but I feel like she is trying to make herself feel better that he's not attracted to her.
Yeah.
It would be a weird feeling though for somebody that he's probably very used to guys being very forthcoming with their advances towards her, whether it's warranted or not. Hopefully that they've all been warranted, of course. But anybody that's been pursuing her, like she probably feels that energy, that vibe of like somebody wants to like kiss you, someone wants to like, have some ownership over you, protect you, like that
Chase
masculine.
her when she's sad.
Pardon me?
Chase her when she's sad.
Chase her when she's sad. But all these things are very
Normal.
Men do.
Yeah.
They go and protect their women. Like that's part of like by nature what the role of the masculine part of in a relationship is usually the protector, the provider, the care, right. The care, not like caregiver like a female, but like yeah. So I don't know. He's just not providing that masculine role in this relationship so far, and
I think maybe that's why she's maybe like intrigued by him, or like that's why he seems like maybe a little bit mysterious because she's so not used to it. But I think she's gonna get tired of it pretty quick.
Well, yeah, it just doesn't work. He's not attracted to her.
No.
At all.
No. She stepped forward for him, and he chose her, right?
Yeah.
See, I would have liked to see who he would have chosen if no one stepped forward. That would have been. He would have had to pick someone, but I really wonder who he would have picked.
Was she the only person that wasn't partnered at that point? Or Justine, I guess.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't last. I think Carrington was last. I'm not sure, but
meh.
Even so, any of the other guys just went for it. Like, I just want to know who, if he is attracted to girls at all, who he would have been attracted to.
I know, but like maybe he'd be like Jeremiah.
I know. Johnny. I saw a guy up backstage that's not here yet. Can I just wait for him to come out?
I mean, this could be interesting if it was, because I don't know if we talked about it a little bit about Are You the One? And so the most recent season of Are You the One, everybody was fluid in their in whom they were attracted to. So you found people were definitely intermingling, like between same sex or with the person that that identified as trans. Like there was just a very big mix of people just kind of mixing around. And so maybe if they open that up in this show, maybe it would be helpful.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What on a Netflix where they lost money if they like touched and
Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, that one they had like a little moment where the two girls kissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, even if they just started off with like two bi on each side or something, just to see.
I mean, just allowed to be open. Wasn't there a little bit of that in last seasons too? Were there two girls that were? Oh yeah, it was Kira.
For Love Island.
Yeah, Kira was.
Yeah, Kira. Oh, I loved Kira.
She's very pretty. Apparently, she's going to be on the challenge next season.
Love her.
She's definitely gorgeous.
She was too good for any of the guys there. So
absolutely, especially Cashel or Cashew.
Yeah,
Cashel.
No, her and the tall white boy with the blonde hair, the cowboy one. She was like most stuck on him, and I was like, no.
He was not my cup of tea at all.
Yeah.
Not the vibe.
No. I forgot about her. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I hope that we find out more about Connor. I'm not trying to out him if like that's, but he's on a TV show. Like, come on, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's on a TV show about love, and we're doing a commentary about it. So it's just our opinions. We don't want to out anybody. You know, obviously people can live their lives, but this is just what it looks like if I'm just reading the signals as to why this relationship isn't working. I think that
I could literally care less. He's still hot.
He's good looking, yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
but he has no swagger for the ladies seemingly anyways right now.
Oh.
Well, so anything else to say? Any other crack-ons or mugs-offs that we didn't mention today?
I don't believe so. I ended with both the Trey talking about Justine, and then it's Trey being real.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight's episode's gonna be
tomorrow.
Good. Tomorrow. It's on tonight?
No Wednesday, no Sunday.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, tomorrow's will be good. Excited.
Yes, me too. Actually, I can't remember what happened, but I remember being like, "Ooh, it's gonna be good." So that'll be fun.
I think the new coupling ceremony or whatever they call it. Yes. They're picking new people.
Well, is there anything that you're working on right now that you want people to follow you at, or what's going on? How can people reach
Really
you?
boring right now, but Baby Zill on Instagram.
Baby Zill. And you can find me on Instagram at ShanFranFran or at Realnesss with 3 S's. You can find me also on Twitter at Shan___Fran or at Realness with 3 S's, but no E at the end. Anyways, it's confusing. I know, characters, blah, blah, blah. So I hope you guys enjoyed us talking about Love Island today. If you have any other questions or if you have any other insight or whatnot, just comment below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, ring that bell so you can be notified every time we go live or have a new episode for you. Any final words, Brazil?
No, I'm excited for Big Brother.
Oh, are you though?
No, not at all. But
I'm going to be talking on Rob as a podcast tomorrow after.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going live with them on the.
Who knows? I mean, the speculation that Janelle will be the first one to hit that secret room.
I hope so. I can't talk about this right now. We'll talk about it tomorrow though with Nick. So yeah, we'll talk about what we think is going to happen. We will discuss maybe what twists might be happening. If not, yeah. Oak Stokes.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Talk to you soon. See you guys.